Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. If you're new to my channel, my name is Princess Leah. I'm an intuitive artist and healer. I use the method of tarot and music, the performing arts, the healing arts to heal the heart of the and the soul of mankind through conscious love. So, my channel, I am going to, if you are, as I said, new and you're not familiar with the daily divines, this message is for specifically today or when this message finds you and it resonates for the divine masculine. We all carry masculine energy within us as well as feminine energy. But I've been picking up a lot lately on the divine feminine, and specifically the dark divine feminine, dark feminine goddess energy, that femme fatale energy that I've been learning, a learning newly about. I know Mercury is direct, but we still in the post shadows, baby. But today I'm getting a message that Spirit wants to speak to the divine masculine, and I think this is very powerful. I've never had a message that says specifically for. However, lately I have been channeling a lot for masculine energy, just channeling into the masculine energy. So today what we're going to do is we're going to pull from the tarot, and some oracles beyond Lemuria, the 4 agreements for our next steps. And then we're also going to tap into the heart chakra to get some prophetic downloads. So I'm very, very curious of how this message will be. I kind of have an idea because of the messages that I've been getting from Spirit for the masculine energies. But let's go ahead and tap into our heart space. You can place your hand on your heart and we'll see what messages come through. Anything that resonates with you is a message for you, but only take what does and leave the rest for the others. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you are hitting that like button on your way in or out. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Princess Leah, definitely do so. Small and mighty tribe, healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Usually I have some music in the background. Today, Spirit wants the masculines to sit in silence a little bit more so you can tap into that heart space, which can be very scary for the masculine, whereas the masculine stores trauma in the heart space. For some, maybe you feel like you are stomping around, making, I just heard like heavy footing. So maybe right now you feel like you are feeling heavy. Maybe you feel like you're dragging your feet. Maybe you feel like you're stomping your feet. Are you frustrated, masculine? Some of you might be feeling that frustration. I'm hearing Mars in Cancer. Mars, that masculine planet, passion, directness, action, being in a water sign, the maternal planet, the maternal sign of Cancer, feeling pretty frustrated of the stagnancy of having to be in the feels right now when you really just would rather be doing. But Mars has been in Cancer since January. So it's been 3 months of these emotional journey for the masculine. It can be quite exhausting. Maybe you're a masculine with a Cancer sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Maybe you have strong Cancer placements in your chart. So maybe you're just really ready to hit the ground running, I'm hearing. Mars will be moving into Leo on April 18th. So there's a lot of action that's ready to be had. We're in Aries season ruled by Mars. I'm also hearing Scorpio. So you might be feeling, masculine, that you are dragging your feet, but really you are just being guided to tap into your emotions, your intuition, your feelings. That, Cancer is ruled by the moon, which is your emotions, the shadow aspects, the depths of your soul. Desires is what I'm hearing. Your needs, that intuition. I'm hearing this message for a Cancer moon, masculine. But regardless of your sign, maybe you also are in Aries for that Mars, or Scorpio. Regardless of the sign, that's not as important as it is the energy that they embody. I just heard, slow down. I just want to get to know you. I believe that's Bobby Valentino, right? Maybe? Slow down. I just want to get to know you. So there it is again, that it's okay to pause. It's okay to slow down so that you can really, I'm hearing, milk the moment. Engage in what feels good and allow that to really hold you. Some masculines really want to just feel held right now, but it can feel uncomfortable if it's not something you're used to. So I'm hearing, approach it lightly, slowly. If it's an emotional matter, approach it lightly and slowly. That's what your heart needs right now. Yeah. When I was moving the handle really fast, the echo was bouncing, the vibrations were bouncing off of the cloth, and it was causing a different sound, as you could probably hear, possibly. But if you listen now, once I lifted my hand a little bit lighter and moved a little bit slower, it might be a little quiet, but it's not having that ringing kind of back feedback. So feedback right now might be a little bit stimulating, a little bit too loud. Maybe you just need to go within and not be so dependent on the feedback of others, masculine, and really listen to your heart. Approach it softly and gently and slowly. It's okay. Give yourself compassion, loving kindness. Thank you, Spirit. That was a little bit of a longer message, but once we got to it, I hear that. I hear that. Thank you. If that resonated for you. This message also came through with the affirmation that it was a card that was left behind, which is a kind of a message in and of itself. A card that was left behind when my son was doing his affirmations. This morning we saw it and it says, "There is no one else like me." So, masculine, this is a positive, this is an affirmation you got to tell yourself right now. There is no one else like you. You are unique. Again, it's not about gender. You are your own being, your own masculine. Just as you are perfect. There is no one else like me. You don't need to compare yourself to other masculine. I just also heard for the masculines who identify with the gender men, the male gender, if you identify as a man, maybe you are comparing. And again, this really doesn't even matter, but that's what I heard. So there's some men that are maybe comparing themselves to other men, you know. Actually, that's funny because when I dropped my son off at school today, as I was driving back, there were two cardinals, male cardinals, which is Aries, cardinal signs Capricorn, who else? Cancer, and who's the Cancer sign or air? I believe it's Libra. That is a cardinal sign. So that just is your mode of how you process feed. It's interesting that we use the word feedback because that's what's coming through. The mode signs, the cardinal signs versus fixed signs versus mutable signs are about how you process things, how you process things that are happening, how you process interactions, how you process your lessons learned, process, so cardinals are about learning how to, they're always wanting to learn, they're always wanting to learn. They want to learn how they could do better, how they can be better. That's how they process their just life, interactions, mistakes, lessons, just that analytical, like, how can I do better, right? And so these two male cardinals were literally like duking it out on in the middle of the street. Like it was like a game of chicken. They both were just on the street, and they were kind of dancing around each other and waiting for cars to drive by. It was like very, very, like, it felt like a brawl, right? It felt like there was like, and I just immediately heard like there are two masculines that are fighting. So maybe if you are masculine, if you identify as a divine masculine more heavily, maybe you feel like you are in competition. I wouldn't be surprised if the Five of Wands came out. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. But maybe you are in competition right now with another masculine. Maybe it's someone externally and then yourself, right? That's why you want to make sure you are not comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy, is what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing this Queen of Cups. This could be for Queen of Cups, for the attention of a feminine energy that is very soft and compassionate. You could be fighting for the attention of a queen, of a maternal. I'm also hearing a maternal. Maybe this is a mother figure. Maybe I'm seeing two brothers. Cain and Abel is coming to mind, fighting for the love of their mother. I know that's not necessarily a story. I think it was the love of their father or approval. But this is what I'm hearing. It could also be for I just heard a mother, a baby's mama. Okay, interesting. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So I'm hearing that this is coming to mind for a masculine. And like I said, this is very specific. I just asked what messages Spirit wanted me to speak on today. And as I was tuning into the energy, and it was said, and Spirit said for the masculine. So I've never done that before, but like I said, this is where we're at. I'm kind of approaching my daily divines a little bit differently right now, and that's good. That's Aries energy of just, trying different approaches, taking leaps. But I'm seeing this here. There is a cycle that's coming to a close, to an ending with a mother. Okay, my heart just fluttered a little bit when I said that. So this could have maybe it makes your heart leap when you think about it. Maybe it's someone that is very dear to you. It could be a mother of your own. It could be a mother figure. And it doesn't have to be a mother either. It doesn't have to be a female, but this could be a feminine energy. But that is very, very soft, compassionate, or maternal. There's an ending that's coming and completing a cycle of the word came through of deceit, but also a cycle of like toxicities coming through too. So maybe there was something that is that mother dynamic, whether it's your mother, a mother of your child, is what I'm hearing for someone, or just your dynamic. Maybe you are a mother that's watching, and there's a completion that is occurring between you and a masculine energy. Maybe as a mother, the masculine energy within yourself is coming to a completion. Whatever that could be, the completion of, I'm hearing codependency, the things that are just not serving. You see this back, I'm seeing the swords in the back, stabbing the back. Maybe you felt like you have experienced some back stabs, deceit in the past, but swords are also of the mental. So maybe you've been having a lot of mental health is what I'm hearing for a mother. I'm hearing postpartum depression, anxiety. But you see how she's kind of turning her back on this, and she's kind of focusing more so on the cup. And she's kind of got this like, it almost seems like a grin in the sense of not something mischievous, but more so of like trying to just hold it together. So this is a trigger warning for someone, but maybe this is a mother who's lost a son. Someone who's lost a son. I'm hearing to war, to deceit. I'm hearing my song with my brother that he wrote for us called Different Point of View. Too many sons taken by others for choosing the opposite side. Somewhere out there is a father that's lost, and somewhere a mother that cries. If we could just open our hearts some more and see we're no different inside, and knew it's just a different point of view. So this is definitely, I'm hearing political too. I'm not going to get into that, but I am hearing that there is, there's just this overwhelming emotional, this is where the prophetic download was coming through, of feeling like there is so much aggression and fast-paced moving, like you really just need to slow down, soften. I'm hearing soften your touch, be compassionate with yourself. Yes, that's that Queen of Cups energy I was feeling through the prophetic download. Thank you, Spirit. Having that soft touch, being compassionate with yourself as you are ending this cycle. You're coming into a brand new version of yourself. Look at this, lot of feminine energy with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords here of Libra energy, using your discernment with your mind and your heart equally. Yes, thank you for the masculine listening. If this is resonating, your heart and your mind need to be compatible with each other. You don't need to overstimulate your mind or over entertain your mind above your heart. And a lot of times, masculine energy will do that, right? Because it's more practical, because it's more, I just heard effortless, tapping into your emotions, that Queen of Cups energy. What's this? Oh, look at that, Mr. Masculine, the Emperor. Tapping into your emotions can be a little bit more challenging, but you are breaking a cycle of that blockage, of that trauma that has been in your heart. So maybe it is, again, around some sort of pain. So sorry if this is trigger warning for someone, but this is coming from the highest frequency of conscious love for spirit for this masculine. But look at this. Look how the Queen of Swords is welcoming the Emperor. Look how she opens her hands up to, I'm hearing, introduce the Emperor. Allow me to introduce this divine masculine. Beautiful. My heart is fluttering. This Queen of Swords is saying, allow me to introduce. So look at this. This is a message for, and a story for some. We have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords, and then the Queen of Swords and the Emperor. Okay? So there is definitely that ending. This is the strongest energy right now that you're in. Healing through some pain, healing through cycles that are finally ending. I'm hearing codependency with a mother or woman, female, maternal figure. But I'm hearing this is at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see. This is what you don't see coming, masculine. A feminine who is reintroducing you to the world as divine masculine. And this can be the feminine energy within yourself. I'm hearing the little boy within you is healing. And that's why the little boy within you of that pain, of that trauma is healing, giving yourself compassion. Also, I'm hearing healing mother wounds, but also healing because you are learning how to balance your feminine energy with that masculine energy. And so it's breaking you free from that mental anguish, that mental deception of disempowering belief systems that said you cannot have compassion for yourself, that you cannot tap into that feminine energy, that you cannot nurture yourself emotionally. And what that's bringing you to is a brand new version of you, a healed balance. You see how he's holding the Ankh? That is the balance of the divine masculine and feminine. This is really beautiful. I love this. And she's got this, look, it's like the angel and then this butterfly. Because you are learning how to balance your heart and your head. You're learning how to think rationally, logically, and emotionally. Your emotional intelligence is coming online because you're balancing your feminine energy. And that is what makes you emperor. And there's that Aries energy here. That is what makes you a leader. That's what makes you a fighter, a warrior, a father, a boss. Okay? Come on now. Holding the world in one hand, Ankh in another. You got the eagle, the bald eagle here for leadership. Might want to look up the symbology of eagles, but I love seeing eagles up in the sky. They're one of my favorite things to watch. And that is, there's that bird over here with that Queen of Swords. I'm hearing Libra energy, Aries energy. That's that Libra Aries axis. The ram. So this Aries energy, this Aries season is helping you stand, the Seven of Wands, stand in your truth. It's helping you stand in your truth and your power. Okay, really beautiful and complete. Actually, Spirit wants me to hold this just like this because this is a message. Coming into your divine masculine, beautifuls. The past is healing. I'm hearing the little boy within you, for some of you, is growing up into the man that you have always been intended to be. Very beautiful. There is a feminine energy around you, whether it's a earth angel if they've already passed, a partner, spouse, sister, aunt, girlfriend. But there's just feminine energy around you that is really helping lift you up into that beautiful, gorgeous, brilliant, powerful, divine masculine. Look at this. Star seer. Yes, someone, look at that again. Oh, it's that same thing. Sorry, I hit the camera. That same thing holding you up, holding you as you are climbing and rising into the star that you are. This feminine entity, this is definitely an earth angel, someone whose past has transitioned. Your ancestors, great, great, great grandmothers, I'm hearing. But they were watching you. They see you. They see the star that you are. Holding you. Number 46 might be a significant number. Ooh, that is too much, but thank you so much. Let's go ahead and just take this top one. We have the ethers in reverse. Go beyond the mind. Okay? Go beyond the mind. I'm hearing the ego mind, the ego chatter. That's what's going to help you complete this Ten of Swords energy. Number 11 might also be significant, or number 20. They both reduce to 2. So 2 might be a soul path number, but 2 is also pairs, partnership. Seamless unspeakable. You are starting from ground zero, from the seamless unspeakable. I always say I'm not going to take them, and then I want to see what they have to say, because when they fly out like this, they're messages from your Lemurian council. Your sacral chakra is opening. Your sacral chakra, the kundalini, the year of the snake, with the wings, like the eagle, or those cardinals I saw earlier. You are rising, ascending, and awakening your life force energy, your core of creation. You are moving into your highest self, version of your highest timeline, that Emperor. The ethers. That's why your ground zero can only go up from here. Tap into your vulnerability. Vulnerability is what is going to lead you and heal your sacral. Sacral is where the feminine store their traumas. Vulnerability number 56 is another 11. So I'm seeing with this 11 ether, 1111. Okay, that's ascension, rising, gates to heaven. All this dragon energy too. Dragon, the year of the dragon was last year. So maybe since last year you have been awakening into more vulnerability. Awakening your sacral chakra has been healing. Trying to see where I should place this here. Your sacral chakra, that is your vulnerable space. That's your creation. That's pleasure. That's abundance. Yes, it is vulnerable to move in this space, to open, to heal your sacral chakra. I'm hearing Tantra, weaving, oh, and rising. Look, the high heart chakra, rising into your highest self, leading your heart to ecstasy, to ecstatic bliss, bringing all this chakra energy. I did a chakra healing workshop. I have a playlist if you want to go back and listen to some of the chakra healing messages, learn a little bit more about them so you can really tap into your sacral and your high heart. I love this. What do we say? The masculine stores trauma in the heart. The feminine stores the trauma in the sacral. To have them both out, that's where that balance is awakening, emerging, rising, literally, right? Raising the frequencies from death and deceit to balance and victory, evolving. You are evolving. You're going through a major evolution. Your DNA is upgrading, divine masculine. Upgrading and recognizing that you are a star seed. We saw the star seer. You are a star seed. Okay, you might even be a seer yourself. Maybe you have some really, really magical and powerful psychic abilities that you're coming online to. That's why I was picking up that Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. But ever since you were, I'm hearing since you were a child, what did I say? That little boy is growing up to a man. Ever since you were a child, and I'm going to keep reiterating, but I keep hearing the word, the words and the genders of men for this divine masculine collective, but we all have that masculine within us, and this message is for the masculine within you, regardless of the portal keeper. Since you were a child, you have known you're different. You have known that you were meant to be a star. You know that you are a star seed, that you're here for a whole different agenda than maybe the people around you. And that's what always made you feel a little bit different. If you know, for the mothers that have sons that you know are different, that you know are star seeds, that you know came to this earth specifically to raise and heal the masculine distortion into divinity, into divine masculine healing of the sacral and the heart, to evolve the masculine energy as a collective. That's what you're here for. You are protected. Your portal is protected. See that evil eye energy? You are protected by, maybe you have some Egyptian and ancestry with this cat of wisdom, of intuition, back to that intuition, of independence as well. But as you're moving through this portal, number 50, you might have, maybe you're turning 50 this year, but of change. You are guided and protected on this journey as you're going through the portal of change, right? The ending of the Ten of Swords, the ending of an old cycle, and the beginning of a new. I literally just keep hearing, allow me to reintroduce myself with this Queen of Swords Emperor. Allow me to introduce the divine masculine. Allow me to introduce the king. Maybe some of you are truly actually going to be introduced. Maybe some of you are becoming king in your country. Maybe some of you are going to be introduced to the world. I'm hearing my album EP that I just released for my birthday. Hello world, here comes me. And here is the queen. saying, hello, world. Here comes this Emperor. This Aries. Love it. I receive this for my masculine energy within as well. Release the need to be right. I'm also hearing to be perfect. Be impeccable with your word. There's so much infinite abundance, these little infinity signs. Okay? Aries, I know that it could be your way or the highway. The ram can be real bullheaded and stubborn as hell, right? Release the need to be right. Do you want to be right or do you want peace? Do you want to be right or do you want to be in peace? That's what I'm hearing. What do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Do you want to be right or do you want to be in love? So, as a leader, Divine Masculine, as you bring forth that powerful creation, as the Divine Feminine is the conceiver, the receiver, the non-physical, what you cannot see. That's the feminine. The masculine brings all of those ideas, is the physical, into fruition. But in order to do that, you have to meet the feminine and her sacral. You have to meet the feminine energy through the high heart, your higher self. I love this. So release that need to be right. When you believe something, you assume you are right. And you may even destroy relationships in order to defend your position. Let go of the need to defend your position, okay? Let go. That's what's going to make you the leader of change. That's what's going to make you the leader of, I just heard the leader of a lifetime. And then I just got a picture of Julius Caesar, who was presented, here we are, that presentation of the Queen of Swords, who was presented as dictator for life, Rome's first dictator for life, for the duration of his life. However, his life shortly ended after that, literally being stabbed in the back by the people that were his Congress, the Senate of Rome. Why? Because he fell in love with Cleopatra, because he wanted to combine Egypt and Rome by marrying the mother of his child. Wow, that kind of ties in here with that. So maybe that is definitely that can be a past life memory for someone, okay? And you're now awakening to that. You're saying, I'm going to allow myself to be vulnerable because I know I was here to evolve the evolution of this deceit, of, the throne that that I was meant to really sit on, that I was truly meant to reclaim. Some of you, this is karma. I'm hearing you have some karma to finish with that Queen of Libra, the Libra energy of the Queen of Swords. This portal that you are in right now of completing and beginning, becoming, and introducing yourself as this brand new evolved star seed, healed and vulnerable, is totally protected and blessed. So need not be afraid, masculine. So release the need to be right so badly to the point where you will destroy relationships. Let yourself be vulnerable in your heart chakra, in your high heart. Speak from your heart. Balance your heart and your mind, your sacral and your heart, your creativity, your pleasures, your abundance. I'm hearing Venus energy, which is also ruler of Libra and is also in retrograde until April 12th, which will be the full moon, speaking of Libra, in Libra. So very, very powerful, potent energy this coming weekend. And so we're in those kind of pre-shadows of that full moon in Libra as Venus goes direct. Lots of movement, lots of compassion, lots of growth here. Very beautiful and very powerful. I don't know where to put this because I want it to fit on here, but that's okay. So I hope this helps, masculine. Ignore the opinions of others as you are moving through this beautiful portal. Okay? Ignore the opinions of others. Stand up for what you know is your truth and your right. All right? The distractions, the disempowering thoughts, people's opinions, that feedback that feels loud and unwanted. I'm hearing unwarranted feedback. Just give yourself, protect your energy, and release the need to be right. Don't get to the point where you feel like you have to destroy things. Okay? Give compassion to it all and lead from a place of your heart, your vulnerable heart. That's actually so much more powerful than leading by force. Wow. Really beautiful, masculine. I hope this helps. If it does, feel free to give this video. Please do like it. Give it a thumbs up. And if you want to continue being a part of my soul tribe, definitely subscribe. And if you'd like a personal reading to go more in depth with this, if this is really hitting home for you, definitely reach out. My information is in my description box below. You can also find me over on my social media on Instagram, Princess Leah 888, or on TikTok, Princess Leah 888. Until next time, my beautiful beloveds, this was a little bit of a longer read, but thank you for being here, and I hope this really helps and resonates for those who find it. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.